Hey everyone, now we will move to the programming elements, and first of all we will discuss some of the very basic ones. So here we have the code from our last project LED blink. We are going to use this as an example, and here we will discuss three elements which are these dots, and we call them as statement terminators. Then we have these brackets which are known as curly brackets that you can see in void setup and in void loop. Then we have these gray color lines which are known as comments. So let's begin with these dots here. So you will find these dots after every command here. Whatever I have written like pin mode, digital write or delay, I have a statement terminator by the end of it. Now what does they do? Basically computers are not really smart. Arduino IDE can't convert the whole code into binary in just a single shot. It will do it command by command. It will first read this command, convert it, then move to a different one. So we need to specify that at which point our command is completed so that it can move to a new one. That's why whatever the command we have written here, we have a statement terminator after it. So IDE can convert this into binary, then it will know that this command is done here. Now it can move to a new one, which is delay here, and then same thing again and again. So this is the role of statement terminators here. And if you will not add the statement terminators, you will always get an error in the code, because as I have told you, Arduino IDE can't convert the whole code into binary in a single shot. And there is one more thing here. Few students gets confused with these statement terminators as line terminators, because I have added different lines here and I have a statement terminator in each line. So basically they are not for the line. You can also write the codes like this one. There we go. So I have a digital write, then I have a statement terminator. That means it is done here. And then I have a new command delay. And similarly, you can do something like this one. And if you compile the code, then you will find there is no error in your code. So here we have compiling sketch, done compiling. So these are the statement terminators. Now I hope you got these. So never forget to add a statement terminator after every command. Now after the statement terminators, let's discuss the comments first. So comments are these gray color lines which you can see here in void setup and in void loop. And when you open a new Arduino IDE window, you will find that there are these two options here from the beginning. Now what they are? Basically they are for us to understand the code more better. Like suppose you are giving your code to a friend and you want to make him understand that at which command which function is performed. So for that we use comments. Like in void setup we have put your setup code here to run once. So it's for us to make us know that in setup code we need to set up our pins. Let me show you one more example, then you will understand it much better. So if I go to the example files and if I open a basic one, let's open blink, which we have already written. Now in that code you will find that we have a lot of comments here. Like for every command we have a comment. Like in this one in which we have make the LED turn on, we have turn the LED on. Then for delay, as we have a delay here, wait for a second. Similarly for the introduction of this program, we have a complete introduction comment here. Like who written this code and when it is modified, and there is everything here. So these are the comments just for our understanding. Now after this, how we can add these comments? So basically they are done by these two slashes. So wherever you want to add the comment, just add these two slashes and then your comment, like wait for half a second. There we go. So here we have this comment added after this delay. Now these comments are not included in our code. Arduino IDE will always ignore these comments. They are just for the readers like us. Now there is one more method with the help of which we can add the comments, but that one is not generally used. Still, let me explain you that. So there you need a slash and then a star. Here this is the opening of our comment. Then you will write the command in that one, like wait for half a second, which is this one, but still let's add this one as an example here. Then you need to close this comment. So for that you again need to write a star and then a slash to close this comment. There we go. Now this is our comment here with another method, and this is the first one. So these are the methods to add the comments, and I hope you also got what are comments. Now after the comments we have these curly brackets. So they are generally used with the functions like this void setup and void loop. Now what functions are? Functions are a block of code that perform a particular task. Like this void setup, it's performing the task of setting up the pins. Here in void loop, it's performing the function of making that LED blink. Similarly, we can create a number of functions according to our needs, and there we use these brackets. Whatever written in between these brackets is the part of that particular function. So they are generally used to hold that particular block of code, and they also make the program look more structured. And you will learn more about these in the functions modules, where we will work with the functions and learn how we can create them. So these are some of the very basic syntaxes that we generally use in most of our programs, and I hope you also got the importance of using these. Without these you will get some errors and your code will not be structured. So this is about this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.